All right, good morning, everybody. This is Danielle over at the National Weather Service, and we will go ahead and jump right into the latest information on Tropical Storm Bertha. I'm actually just going to jump right into the situation overview since it matches the key messages. Bertha is going to bring minor to moderate impacts to the area through midday Thursday, but we could continue to see some scattered showers and thunderstorms lingering into Thursday afternoon. The main impacts from this storm are going to be minor to moderate storm surge flooding, possibly leading to some coastal roads becoming impassable. Tropical storm winds, mainly in gusts, could down a couple tree limbs and lead to isolated power outages, again, mainly in those immediate coastal areas. And then with any showers and storms that do develop over land, high rainfall rates could lead to some localized flooding concerns. The other thing that we want to talk about is that despite this landfalling tropical storm, heat is a significant concern today, with little in the way of cloud cover. For some areas, heat index values are going to climb over 110 degrees, possibly reaching as high as 118 for some of the areas in northwestern portions of the area. So definitely a hot day today, could lead to some issues. These bars haven't changed much since the first slide that we put them out on a few days ago. So they represent the maximum threat level across the area. And so those greatest threats are generally going to be in immediate coastal areas. So like I said, the main concern is going to be some minor to moderate storm surge flooding, followed by tropical storm force winds, mainly in gusts. Here's the latest on the actual forecast. So Bertha Center is located east of St. Bernard Parish still. It's currently wobbling a little bit northward, but the longer term motion continues to be west northwestward. It still has maximum sustained winds near 50 miles per hour as of the 10 o'clock advisory, and it is forecast to make landfall later this afternoon. Progressing westward with the center located near the mouth of the Atchafalaya River by about midnight. We do expect strong shear to remain in place, and that should continue to weaken Bertha as it moves westward. So this is what it currently looks like, and if you were to take a look at the radar image on the right, you would never know there was a tropical storm there, but there is. So I've got the center circled on both of these images, and so you can see on the left side in the satellite, you can kind of see that swirl where the center of the storm is, and then you can see those stronger storms off to the southwest of the center. So that strong convection, those strong thunderstorms are nowhere near the center. And so that's kind of what's keeping Bertha from intensifying. And this is all a result of that wind shear that we've been talking about. So again, the strongest storms with this tropical storm should remain out over the Gulf. As far as the winds are concerned, I just wanted to show you guys what the current and maximum wind gusts have been so far. So as of 10 o'clock, you can see on the left side with the current wind gusts, several gusts in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range, some as high as 33 along the Mississippi coast. But what we expect is to see a lot more of that 25 to 30 mile per hour range this afternoon, spreading across mainly southeastern Louisiana, but also portions of the Mississippi coast. As far as the maximum wind gusts are concerned, on the right side, you can see for the Mississippi coast, the current observations are the maximum gusts. But we have seen one tropical storm force gust so far at Southwest Pass. But you can see in that bottom right corner of the image, some stronger gusts out over the Gulf as high as 63 miles per hour. So definitely have some strong winds out over the Gulf, but as far as land is concerned, mainly looking at gusts in that 25 to 30 mile per hour range today, with a few gusts of the 40 mile per hour plus possible. We should start to see those winds die down across most of the local area after sunset this evening, but for areas closer to the Atchafalaya River, it might linger just a little bit longer based on where the storm is forecast to be located. Nothing's really changed with the storm surge forecast. Still looking at peak water values of 2 to 4 feet east of the Mississippi River, and 1 to 3 feet elsewhere. Areas of greatest concern are going to be the lowest lying sections of Highway 90 outside the Hisders levees, along with Shell Beach, and then some of the lowest lying sections of Highway 1 south of Golden Meadow, as well as some low-lying sections of those areas on the southwest side of Bay St. Louis, like Shoreline Park. So those are going to be the areas we're most concerned about. I wanted to just kind of show you guys how the tides worked out this morning. So the tide station at Shell Beach peaked at just under 3 feet this morning, and that is above moderate flood stage, which is 2.9 feet. This particular gauge, that should be the highest the water gets, just based on the wind direction. This morning the winds were kind of northerly or northeasterly, so that pushed water into Lake Borgne. However, by tomorrow, those winds are going to be more southerly or southeasterly. So southeast facing shores east of the Mississippi River could see similar or slightly higher water tomorrow morning compared to this morning. And that's going to include those southeast facing shores of Orleans Parish, Hancock County, and even some of St. Bernard. For areas west of the Mississippi River, water levels should peak during the high tide tonight into tomorrow morning. And again, mainly minor impacts with maybe some flooding along Highway 1 in those lowest sections. Rainfall, you saw the radar, you kind of know what I'm going to say here. Most of that rain is going to be south of the coast, though individual storms could produce some locally heavy rainfall. So as we get into the afternoon, we do expect some isolated to scattered showers to develop. Because of the tropical nature of these showers and storms, they're going to have some efficient rainfall. And so, you could pick up a quick 1 to 2 inches, and that could overwhelm some local drainage capacity. So those low-lying areas, poor drainage areas, underpasses, things like that, especially in urban areas, could see some localized flooding. But this is not going to be a significant heavy rain threat. It's not going to be a widespread heavy rain threat. We're just looking at those isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms, and we could see similar conditions Thursday afternoon with scattered showers and storms as well. Wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about the heat again. So dangerous heat conditions expected again today. Even as of 10 o'clock this morning, a few stations near the Atchafalaya River were already reporting heat index values of near 108 degrees. So definitely heating up out there already. Some places could reach as high as 118 on the heat index today. So we do have an extreme heat warning in effect for Southwest Mississippi and Southeast Louisiana. And we have that heat advisory in effect for coastal Mississippi today. For some of the areas south of Lake Pontchartrain, especially the New Orleans metro, there is a little bit more cloud cover than we expected. So they may not quite reach that extreme heat warning, but it's still going to be hot. It's still humid. And some folks have the idea that with the wind, it won't be as bad. But I've been telling people it's just going to seem like a convection oven instead of a conventional oven. So it's going to be hot, it's going to be miserable, and folks need to pay attention to that heat threat and do what they can to stay safe from the heat. Key takeaways, not going to read this slide because you guys are all fully capable of reading, but I will leave it up there. And with that, I will open it up for any questions.